Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Ana, where we share with you a lot of interesting and useful information from Benidorm town and Spain in general. And it's time for the latest news update, as we do every Monday and Friday. Today, to be honest with you, I have a small unpleasant cold, so my nose is really runny. I have a sore throat, so we need to do today's news update here on the terrace. So please put thumbs up, likes, and comment today's video to cheer me up a tiny bit. However, I'm still here to let you know the latest news. First of all, we'll be talking about the situation here in Spain, and particularly in Benidorm, what is happening with Benidorm hotels, bars, and restaurants. Then we'll be talking about a strange thing that you might be able to see flying above your heads these days in Benidorm town, but why you should not be worried about it. And the last but not least is why this year Benidorm will not have any single blue flag on their beach areas, and how it might affect the selection of the beach by different tourists in 2023. And we'll finish with the weather forecast as usual. First of all, let's talk about the situation here. Right now, everything is calm and quiet. It's around 1 month left up until the new busier season will start in Spain, and especially here in Costa Blanca, including Benidorm, plus Calpe, Alicante, Altea, Albier, and a lot of different areas more. Right now, many hotels still are closed. One of them, for example, is Hotel Nadal, which is situated on the really privileged location, I must say. We went there, we visited it to film it for you guys, because it's a great range of price and quality, and the views are just stunning. You're in the heart of Benidorm, close to everything that you need, and even more than that. But at the same time, it's peaceful and quiet where you're staying, with gorgeous views towards the Levante Beach and all the Benidorm skyline. So this hotel, for example, is closed, and I've checked the opening dates, as well as this one, Hotel Nadal. By the way, I'm going to leave you the link down below to its official tour, because it's quite different from the hotels we've used to see here on the channel. So it's really worth checking it. And this hotel will be closed up until mid-March. So basically 1 more month, more or less, is left up until its opening back again. And the same is happening with all the vast majority of the hotels that are closed right now. They will be opening up at mid-March or towards the end of March, depending on if it's like a bigger chain or if it's a smaller type of hotels, like a family style hotel, which usually are opening slightly earlier because they don't have other alternative as bigger chains might have. Bars and restaurants are opening up. They're not on holidays any longer as they were in January, so it's great that we can go to almost all of them already. We can explore them all, and shortly, just in a week's time, you will get a new update. Finally, you will see here on the channel the tour around the traditional Spanish tapas square, not the tapas alley, not the tapas street, but the tapas square. Authentic Spanish with cheap budget options for amazing quality food. So don't miss videos here on the channel, and subscribe if you still did not do so, because we are almost 10,000. I cannot believe it. We almost reached 5 numbers here on the channel, and I'm really grateful and thankful for it. And once we will hit 10,000 subscribers, we will do a live stream here on the channel to celebrate it, have some nice chat with all of you guys, and just answer some of your questions that you might have for myself. The second news that I wanted to share with you all, it's difficult to talk. The second news that I have for you all is, if you will be here today, yesterday, today, tomorrow, and a couple of days from now in Benidorm, and you will hear or see something flying above your heads, don't get stressed out, don't panic. It's not an UFO, it's not something, external coming from space. It's drones. And yes, these days Benidorm is covered with drones. This is something that happened already during pandemics. while there was still not a lot of movement and it was on the Poniente Beach, they were trying and testing different drones. Those ones particularly were for any kind of emergency SOS situations when you need to go towards the mountains. They were training in the sea to get some medications, to get some help, some life vest, I don't know, something urgent, you know. And right now it's all different because they're testing drones inside of Benidorm town as it is, all around different skyscrapers and big tall buildings. This was specifically one of the reasons why the municipal hall and the company that is in charge of it, together with the aerial police department, why they've decided to test it in Benidorm, because it's the city, town, how you want to call it, that has the biggest amount of tall buildings here, which is just an ideal place to test the drones out, because these ones will be to transport merchandise and different kinds of packages. Also in the future, not in the nearest future obviously, but in the future, they are being checked to transport people. So for us, it wasn't a true shock, you know, because I know that Benidorm is creating the metaverse, like virtual world. Benidorm is going above and beyond to make it emissions neutral, to make the fresh air, to put a lot of like new innovative things inside of Benidorm town to make it sustainable, to make it a quality place to come. That drones as taxis kind of doesn't seem as crazy as it would be just a couple of years ago, before we knew all these giant projects will hit Benidorm shortly. So these drones are being trained with people all around Benidorm. They're going around skyscrapers, around the buildings in the center, in specific areas, to make sure that everything is all right, especially because the main issue in these type of places is that the signal can be easily lost between the buildings, which can cause a lot of issues and damage, not only to objects, but to people who are below this drone walking down the streets, basically, or pets or anyone else, like a live creature. So they are checking it out, and up until 2050, this is when probably we will have all these major changes in Benidorm, if all the trials will be passed with a green light. It's supposed to generate around 150,000 new job positions and new work offers in Benidorm and surrounding area, as well as more than 1,500 million euros into the economical impact, if you want to call it like this, here in Benidorm town. It's really interesting to see what you think about it, if you actually think that this will cause a great impact on Benidorm, and if Benidorm will finally convert itself into a futuristic town, which probably will be the first one like this in Spain. And if you think it's a good idea or not to have these type of flying objects flying above our heads in Benidorm. Let me know what you think here in the comment section down below. Ooh, breathe. And now the last news. The last news is all about Benidorm beaches. Benidorm, as you all know, as well as Costa Blanca, has been for a really long time, almost since the tourism started to exist here, famous for its clean beach line, and especially famous because we've had the vast majority of blue flags. The biggest number of blue flags of all Spain were concentrated in Costa Blanca. What has happened, however, is that last year we had an issue with the Poniente Beach. A lot of people say it will not stop them from visiting that area, and us, it didn't stop either. To be honest with you, we still did visit that area. We still are planning to visit it because this is one of our top favorite beaches in Benidorm to go to, especially because it's shallow, it's really calm, it's not deep at all, you know, the water is crystal clear still, and the beach is really wide, so it doesn't get as crowded as the Levante Beach, and it's just perfect for calm, quiet day out at the beach. So this beach has always had the blue flag, and last year something happened, and due to one single result in this like contest for a blue flag, due to one single result of water quality, this beach was not able to get the blue flag any longer. Benidorm has been fighting for it ever since and stating that this was just during a specific period of time, but all this has been gone already for a long time, for months and months, and the water is clean, that they could go and check it out once again and give the blue flag. Didn't get anything of it, and this year Benidorm has decided that they're over with it and they will not present themselves officially for blue flags this year, 2023, which means that this year not any single beach in Benidorm will have a blue flag. Don't alert yourself. It doesn't mean that these beaches are dirty, that there's some kind of an issue with the water. No, it's not the case. These beach areas are totally fine. They're exactly the same quality as they were the previous years, and everything is crystal clear. However, it's not a mandatory thing. It's totally voluntary to present themselves for this blue flag. It's like a quality sign that a lot of touristic areas are trying to reach and to get to attract more tourists. But this year, Benidorm has decided for the first time in history not to do so. I don't personally think, let me know what you think in the comment section, but I do not personally think that this will get such a huge impact in a negative way on Benidorm's tourism, and that many people will say, oh, it doesn't have a blue flag right now, well, then I'm not going to visit it. No, I don't think this will be happening, especially since what will let people know why it is the case, and that it has nothing to do with lowering the quality of Benidorm beach line or nothing like that. So it's really, really important to understand it, that Benidorm Beach is exactly the same quality as it used to be before. It's just they got tired of the bureaucracy and of different issues and decided that if they're not getting flags for all their beach areas, they might better not present themselves this year, so that the company would see in charge of these blue flags, the association would see that they're dead serious, and maybe something will change. Maybe they will get lucky, change their opinion, and decide to give back again the blue flag to the Poniente Beach in Benidorm. But so far, Benidorm is not planning on signing up for blue flags quality check this year, 2023. And now let's talk about the weather. What is waiting for all of you guys who are coming to Benidorm or Costa Blanca or Spain in general shortly? And what is going to be happening? Is it going to be raining as it did the previous days? You're about to know. Here you have one of the first pictures where you can actually see that it's going to be quite cloudy. Here you can also see that it's not going to be raining in any kind of parts of Spain, just some clouds here on Mediterranean area and Balearic Islands. Starting from Wednesday, the 15th of February, right after the Valentine's Day, there's going to be rain starting in the whole country. That's the second picture that you can see right here. And this rain will be here at least for a couple of days, so Wednesday and Thursday and just a tiny bit of Friday. And then we'll see what the next week will prepare us. But even if it's going to be raining, it's going to be just a tiny bit and starting from Wednesday. So almost a week from the day of today, you will still have a sunny, nice weather in Spain and especially Benidorm town. As for the temperatures, this is the picture right here where you can see we still have a lot of blue dots, which means that it's really, really low temperatures, not cozy at all for a lot of people. And they're lowering themselves down in a lot of areas, but not here on Mediterranean area. Here we'll have around 12 degrees, as you can see right here, and it's going to be going up 15, 16 degrees up until Sunday. And like this, it will maintain itself for some more days. So 15, 16 degrees mid-February is incredible temperature. Usually this is the coldest month of a year, the whole entire year. Usually it's when we were going to check the snow in Guadalest, but right now it's like 15 degrees outside, and we kind of barely had any kind of winter this year, at least so far. We had just a couple of days when it was 1 degree, 2 degrees early morning at 8 a.m. But then during daytime, it's 14 back again. So we didn't really notice that one. Let's hope this weather will maintain itself like this, because it's really inviting for tourists to come even last minute for a short break here in Benidorm. And what do you think the weather will be this year, starting from this new season 2023? I personally feel like the weather went quite crazy these last couple of years, and last year we had our first heat wave in May, which was record. This year I definitely think it's going to be really, really warm in summer with some more heat waves happening, and I definitely feel like it's going to be way warmer than we're used to be here in our region. But since we're planting a lot of trees, we're doing a lot of natural shade, we're changing a lot of things here, maybe it would be easier to cope with this extreme heat this year, 2023. Thank you for accompanying us on today's latest news update. I wish you a lovely, lovely weekend, and we'll see each other tomorrow in a new video. Bye, dears.